Okay guys, so welcome at this Bitcoin and macro outlook for 2023. I made a list which we will go over so I don't forget anything. I think we should start definitely with the end of the year flows. So right now for the past, I would say 2 weeks, we are facing heavy tax loss selling with closing quarterly and yearly books. A lot of people who have gains or losses, they are closing their positions so they can rebuy when the new year opens. This is happening every single year, so people can save some tax money. I did it as well on one position, and I expect, that's my expectations, when we open new year, I would like to see upside on the risk on assets, especially on stock market and Bitcoin. We will see how this play out, but I will be trading New Year open, even if I will be like celebrating New Year. I want to trade it. Because there could be like first week there could be really nice inflows. A lot of people and funds, they will be buying some nice positions after a really bad year globally, because we had so many reasons. I have these supporting things here. We can also see, like, for the Bitcoin, the January month is pretty bad statistically. This of course doesn't guarantee we will see, because past results they are not like confirming future, but it's statistics. January is pretty bad month for the crypto, and we will see if it's gonna play out same. February, we need to make sure to know February is really positive month for the crypto. It's like one of the strongest months. I think it's strongest month. So it's gonna be interesting how this plays out. Okay, let's go here. So we have a lot of tax loss selling on the stock market as well. Also, we have massive option expiry here. This is putting massive pressure on Bitcoin. Is this one when we go to 30th of December. It was building up all year, and right now we have over 2 billion in the values. Market is positioned on long side here. Some option expiries are too small to pay attention, but this one is like elephant in the room, I would say. This is huge one. So when we clear this one at the 30th of December, and maybe we will see upside already on 31st and 1st, we will see. I just want to see when we expire what's gonna happen, like straight after expiry. It's also possible we will see more volatility as we will be heading to the close. You can see there is still a lot of people who can make a lot of money when we close, like when we will close about 17,000. And for the shorts, below 16k is another huge checkpoint. And also below 15,000 also massive. So we will be watching this before expiry, before like 24 hours before expiry, if there will be like crazy volatility. But the shorts won like hugely already, so doesn't need to happen. All what we need to see is close below 18,500 and destroy all these bulls, yeah, or hedging people. These expiries are not used just for, they're used a lot for hedging, yeah. And you see on expiries how people do it. That's why on Bitcoin we are seeing a lot of walls on round numbers like 17, 18,000, 20k. This is why also, because those are big expiry points. Yes. And then you see middle ones like 17,500. We also see a lot of orders at the each 500 at the moment, at the current price and volatility. It's also connected to expiries. Yeah, so we will watch New Year inflows. It's gonna be important. I think previous year I made good money just on New Year inflows. I think we all did. I was searching my posts from at the end of the 2021, and it was a great play when all these things cleared out, yeah, a bit. And also I'm waiting. This is additional info for options. When we get New Year, I'm waiting if we get some long-term expiry added to there a bit. Like I would like to see something like December 2023. Yes, so I can play some nice bets. Because already at the December we can be above 20k, yeah. We will see, because maybe we will get this bottoming out in the first half of the 2023, and then I can have some bullish, some call options on for December. Ideally, I would like to see even longer options, because 2024 is definitely a year when we should turn around for Bitcoin with halving coming up. Yes, and probably macro situation will be a lot better because elections are coming up in USA, and they are the most influential. They are never killing markets when elections are coming up. Never ever. Yeah, it's always some. The Fed either stops, raising rates, or they will start lowering, and they will stimulate the economy. So people are really smiling, happy, and they will vote current government. Okay, this is playing out all the time. So yes, we will be watching that as well. And it's also good when you are dropping in the market like heavily. We will have more chats on about options in 2023. Because for really cheap money you can hedge yourself, or you can get good gains for the future if you believe in long-term Bitcoin or other assets. So when market falls from 15k to 10k, then option entry into the options are much cheaper because people are in panic. Those are best times. If you wanted to buy options in 2021 bull market, they were far more expensive because market was in bull market, right? So it was anticipating push up. Right now it's much cheaper. So that's another advantage. Okay, so let's go for this. So we have key macro flows and risk which will affect global economy and Bitcoin in 2023. So first of all, we have a recession, US recession, and not just US, we have Europe, and we have whole world. Only player who is not so affected as much is China, because China was destroyed already for the past 2 years. It can actually, if China wakes up economically, it can make us the world we can get soft landing thanks to China, or even more inflation. So we will see how this plays out. I uploaded all of you very key. You should watch this and read it. Vanguard outlook, BlackRock outlook, and Coinbase. Take Coinbase with a grain of salt. I don't like them, I don't trust them, but their views are not bad like some data. But you should pay attention what are the biggest players doing and their outlooks. I didn't finish both of them. I'm just passing information I already have right now. But you pay attention to two biggest hedge funds in the world, because they are actually shaping out. They can affect and influence economy in the world. You better know how they are seeing this. Yes. And there is high chance we will get recession, and it's just question how big recession we get. It's gonna be soft landing or big recession and massive downward moves on the economy. That's gonna be key factor for the Bitcoin, because recession is causing stock market going down, risk assets going. People are going away from risk assets. They are just gathering money, going into the bonds markets. So this is number one, along with US monetary policy, because they will be adjusting based on this. There is one important article I will be sharing after we finish the talk. This is, by the way, a great website. I'm using them to give me very quick overview of the markets. It was free this year, but I think it's gonna be paid from the next year. Macro Compass, they are fantastic. They were right in most of the stuff which happened for the past 24 months. There is one thing we need to know. Slaying the inflation dragon is not done with baby steps. That's true. That's what happened in the past. So you need to really raise rates and hike economy into the recession so you can beat inflation. That's why every central bank in the world is very aggressive. Even Japan, look at them. After 20 years, they are changing monetary policy. They had deflation for 20 years, and now it was first hike, semi-neutral hike. That is telling you something. This inflation around the world is not just cycle, but is super cycle, and it's changing. The whole world order is changing a bit because of the wars, because of the deglobalization. Yes, we have more competing. We have more competing blocks against each other. Yes, world is getting more fragmented. And that's gonna be causing inflation. And also there is third influence from this. We are trying to get to green energy, and if you do it too fast, it's gonna also, this is creating also big inflationary pressures. If you are pushing into the green energy too fast, then you don't have a replacement. Yeah. Some economies are doing that. It's not good. So yeah, we really need to see funding like Fed policy and ECB policy, very aggressive policy to to beat inflation at least to normal levels like 2 to 4%, which is I don't think we will return to 2%. We will probably stay in 4% for a long time, and central banks will need to adjust on this. So yeah, we'll be watching that. We are watching US monetary policy since December of 2021. 2021. And since January of 2022, I said in the group, I will be watching that very carefully. That's the time when Bitcoin started to reacting so massively to macro events. We can't trade just Bitcoin alone as before. Like in 2021, Bitcoin is now tied to all of the, risk-ons and bonds, to stock market, to do US dollar index. Even some days feel like you trade stock market because Bitcoin is in 95% correlation to stock market, right? So you better pay attention to macro as well. I don't think it matters as much for scalper as much, because those are really fast trades, and but I think it matters more for day trades and day traders, swing traders, and hodl people to understand macro around Bitcoin as well. So you don't go against massive flows, which are very important. So super key events. Let me check if I have some supporting things for it, because I was preparing some of the stuff. What we need to see? So cycle comparisons. Not this. This is a bit about stock market. I have 3 slides here for those who invest. So we can see like it's good always when you trade Bitcoin or in any asset in the world, it's good to zoom out what we are doing on massive time frames. And now you can see growth stocks have been outperforming spree since 1975. This year seems to be speed bump, but this inflation should result in lower rates next year. Optimal environment for growth. So after we get the bottom from the recession, growth stocks should resume their growth. That's what they are doing. This is massive cycle, right? So I don't think there is much change over here. On the other hand, value stocks, you can see they had really good year, but they are in a big downtrend from 70, for the past 50 years. So if you are doing stock and hodl and building passive income from dividends and so on, you better understand these long-term charts. And the world is actually this is the most anticipated crash in history. The premium cost on puts are now over 18 billion. Look at this. This is like, look at the 2008. It was even too late, but now everybody is expecting a massive downside, massive recession. That's really it's not like confusing, but in case you get upside, there can be like massive short squeeze out of this when everybody is in that trade. When we like do soft landing, for example, and start to change big market structure on the stock market, there could be massive squeeze out of this. Everybody is just short. Yes, from hedge funds to people. This is unseen, really. This is crazy. Okay, this is not connected to stock market, so let's go further. So another key things we need to watch in 2023 is gonna be potential black swan systemic events. The number one, which is like at the moment which is the biggest threat at the moment, is Genesis collapse. They have you should read some articles on this, but GBTC premium is over 50% down to Bitcoin, and you better watch this, because if they collapse, they will be forced to sell a lot of Bitcoins on the market. I think their collapse price could be, I think it's 12 or 10k, is lower than we are currently now. But there is more downside risks as Bitcoin heads down. Another risk is, of course, another main exchange fall. People are doing really clever steps. I think for the past 2 weeks or past month, we've seen over 500,000 Bitcoin pulled out of the exchanges, which is fantastic. People are learning, they are learning self-custody. You should only hold on exchange what you can lose and what you want to trade with. Don't hodl on exchanges, never ever. You better hold on hardware wallets. Yes, you can react pretty fast out of them. you also have a computer wallet like Exodus. Yeah, if you want to be liquid and change Bitcoin fast, if something happens, you have many options. Just don't hodl on exchanges. If you don't own keys, it's not your Bitcoin or other altcoin. And of course, another risk area is stable coins. I don't think we will see Tether collapse. Also, all what I say in the video are just for education and entertainment, no financial advice. Okay, so but I don't think stable coins are such a risk. I mean, Tether was holding pretty well even during all this crisis, so I think it's pretty okay. But we will see. I think bigger risk is the biggest risk is Genesis, and then another exchange collapse or some hack. And also we are watching. So we are watching. Everything is tied together, and from the global economy, we are watching energy crisis still, as Europe is finding a replacement for their energy, because they were building ties with Russia for 30 years, and this was stopped. And they need to find replacement. So this is also creating inflationary pressures around the world. If this is resolved, it's gonna be fantastic. That's gonna be another pressure on inflation going away. Plus we have war, or we can get new wars. The world is really violent. A lot of structures are changing, and there is still potential we get new wars like Taiwan, China, for example, right? Or even other countries, they are really on edge. Because inflation around the world is causing a lot of people can't afford to live properly. So of course there will be protests and changing of structures. And another factor is going to be China reopening. So China was sleeping giant for the past 2 years, dealing with COVID. They just strangled the economy. Their stock market fell like over 70%. Some companies like 90%. When it happened, actually, I was letting you know in the group I'm buying some China stocks. I already made really big money on this. I took some profit because it's uncertain if we get recession or not. But there was good timing to buy after such discounts. China is good market long term, and there should be some exposures. If China reopens, we can actually see oil and other commodities spiking up heavily. This can cause another round of deflation, and that's going to be a big problem. So that's when that can mean the Fed can stop, or other central banks, and they need to hike even further. So 5% will be not enough. They can even go to 8% to beat, thanks to China, because they can push this market heavily. Like oil is now at 80, and with China reopening and economy at full force, they can push oil to 120. And oil is the main, energy is main driver of inflation because it affects everything. So we need to keep attention on China. If China is doing well and the world is not, then I will have China exposure in stock market. That's the good play. Okay, so we went over this pretty fast. And now we will have a discussion about Bitcoin, more on Bitcoin. So we will focus on how to recognize potential bottom and accumulation phase of the bear market. So the number one thing is enough time. And let me show you why I mean that. So we all know this cheat sheet when we are seeing euphoria, we are seeing panic depression, but this is actually, this is pretty recent. I like it really. This is more for crypto market. It's absolutely fantastic. So because it's showing us all previous cycles, look at this, peaks happened at the same time, around the same time in this quarter. Right now we are passing the first big down moves. We are over panic. Capitulation is also happening at the moment. We've seen like 2 big waves of capitulation. There could be one more on Bitcoin. And now you are seeing where we are in the cycle. So we still have some time left until this is resolved. Bitcoin bear markets, they are not short. They need time to happen. But we are on a good track. You can see that over here. We still need this 2023 to play out. Here are the halvings waiting. Here is the 2024 will be here, the halving. Let me zoom. Yes. So we'll be waiting for halving as well. And after halving, usually start to get upside on Bitcoin. So that's going to be strong tailwind. We need to, until that moment, we should focus really on trading Bitcoin as professional traders and accumulating Bitcoin. As I am long-term Bitcoin bull, nothing is changing on that. if you are trading Bitcoin, you just need to do it proper way. So you must trade from Tether and you must trade from Bitcoin as well, and change your profits every single week if you are profitable to money. Don't just hodl everything. It's gonna destroy you if Bitcoin falls further. So really nice cheat sheet. And let's go here. So we are seeing the total crypto market cap is down 75% from 2021. You can see we still have a way to go. Let's have a look here. So we are going to watch. So this is crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. And you can see when we, you can see this was pump. Yeah, this was like this massive pump from 2021 on altcoins without Bitcoin. If you, that's why we always say like altcoins can go down 90%. Yeah, some of them already did, like Solana, yeah, Sol. And they can, after you go 90%, you can do another 90%. And this is showing you why. Is this showing you sign of strength? No. If you measure this and you go just to the pump, it's over 60% drop still on the total market cap. While Bitcoin, if you measure Bitcoin, it's still not looking great. But if you measure this current pump here, it's like 34-35%. Yes, so Bitcoin has room to down as well, but it's not gonna be so bad as for the altcoins. Bitcoin volatility, by the way, is at the all-time lows at the moment. We are seeing each time we are bottoming out, even if it's long process. Bitcoin always do that. People are scared to buy. And there are some limit buyers absorbing some people who are panicking and selling out Bitcoin. On our CVD template, we can see that clearly what is happening. Look at this. Since we are this is our December, and spot market is continuously selling down. Perpetuals are trying to hold it, they are trying to push, but each time you create larger gap, it's like emperor is naked and you catch up to the downside. Yeah, now it's again potential more to the downside. So you, at least if you want to see some bull market bottoming, you want to see this trend change. So we want to see some buying on a spot, but it's not happening. It's still continuous selling down. It's just pretty crazy. So Bitcoin volatility down. Don't be worried, it's gonna return in bull market or when we finally bottom out. Look at this, is just nothing. Also, the percentage of Bitcoin supply held by retail is going up by 17%. It's not perfect yet, but solid for 12-year-old asset and definitely trending in the right direction. Bitcoin supply disperses over time, while fiat holders' space concentrates to whales over time. This is also a good signal. So Bitcoin is not so concentrated in the hands of few people. Especially retail is buying Bitcoin nicely this year. So we want to see this keep growing. And here is our cycle comparison. So the yellow line is now our latest cycle. So compared to the cycles, everything's going as before. Also, all these slides I'm showing, they can be different because in a recession, which Bitcoin never had recession since the inception, all these slides can be, not so helpful because in recession Bitcoin can fall further over all these predictions. But so far it's going as before. We are in the accumulation and bottoming phase for the Bitcoin. It can last for the next few months without any problem. Okay, this is not so related to cycle, but I just want to show. But some, there will be always utility for Bitcoin in the world. That's why I'm bullish on it on long term. Do you see what happened on US dollar Argentine peso? Since 2021, it lost over 50% of the value. From 90, it went to 170, right? So every single week, every single month, and so much depreciation. Bitcoin will have utility. Like in the third world, a lot of transactions are rising for Bitcoin in Africa, in South America, and so on. People are finding out, how to store money better than in their government currencies. And Bitcoin lost some narrative, like it failed to be a protection against crisis. It fails to be like digital gold, but only for the recent hodlers. Yeah, you need to understand Bitcoin was pumping when we change to go over here. This was also happening thanks to macro, right? This is where the central banks injected the biggest fiat money in the history to this system, and you could buy almost anything here, not just Bitcoin, and make money. This was the easiest ride, I think, in our, I would not say lifetime, but definitely in for the past 10 years probably. Yeah, everything was going up, and now when they are pulling out liquidity from the market, it's now even less liquidity than was before this. Of course, everything is crashing. Yeah, liquidity is everything. Okay, let's go over here. So we need to see enough time passed. We still have probably a few good months for the bottoming out. And another thing which we will be watching is if you see bad news and they are no longer sending market down, most is priced in. Same as we saw at the peak of the bull market. So we had a lot of bullish news, but Bitcoin was not pushing up on those news as before. It was like it's like insulin resistance. Yeah, it was resistant to any bullish news, and finally even bullish news could not stop fall in the Bitcoin, and same way to the downside. When we finally see like even FTX, I actually expected a bigger drop on Bitcoin, but we fell, but it was nothing crazy because a lot of people are already destroyed or capitulated from the market already. So we want to definitely see that as well. Then we want to see further capital outflows from altcoin into the Bitcoin, with Bitcoin dominance rising, and we are seeing that every single cycle we did this. Let me show you Bitcoin dominance. Crypto here, yes. Even the Bitcoin dominance is highly technical. That's how it's pretty crazy. I was look at this. I have this market structure here from 2018, I think. I didn't have much charting here, and look how we are holding this important market structure. Because if you lose this market structure, you will open roads to 37% to 35% dominance, and even further. But you are holding that. That's the thing, when you crash altcoins, when altcoins crash further, the capital should be sucked back into the Bitcoin, as it happened every single cycle. And right now, we are pushing up on, like, market structure is changed, so we can actually push up, and we will have resistance at this pocket, this market structure, this VAH. But ideally, Bitcoin will push into this key market structure. I think this market structure is is gonna be big crossroads, because if you reclaim, you can actually feel all this inefficiency drop. But it's not so likely, because Bitcoin dominance, I can't imagine how much Bitcoin will take in the future. I think 40 to 50% is pretty good already from the overall ratios. But yeah, we definitely want to see this rise. We want to see alts bleed. Like, you want to wake up to one day when Bitcoin drop 5 to 10%, but altcoins drop 30%. And, create this massive capitulation. That's what we want to see. Massive spike, as before. Let's go further. So we are also, this is boring market, volatility is dropping. Yes, I already showed you that. So we are seeing already that. That's important. Number 5 is technical picture change on larger time frames. We are not seeing that yet. How to see that? Pretty straightforward. Take out this high, and you will change market structure on big time frames for Bitcoin. This is gonna be pivotal to do that, just purely from market structure. But we are not seeing any sign of strength. It's still big downtrend on all time frames, from daily to 1 month to weekly. Nothing is changing here. We want to see that as well. Let's go further. 6 reclaim key on-chain metrics regions. We have them here. Let's go to swing trades. Yes. If you want to see Bitcoin pushing up, they are also connected to technical analysis as well. So if you reclaim, for example, 20k, it's going to be sign of strength for us. The first zone is definitely short-term hodlers. They are people who bought Bitcoin really late into the cycle. So at least you will reclaim their positions. Also, these zones are resistance for us to the upside as well. These people need to get out from the market. I like to combine technical analysis with the on-chain, but only a very small portion of on-chain. Like this is super useful. This gave us a lot of trades. These all cost basis averages. They were key for my trades, and you remember them. So if you want to see Bitcoin to start new bull market cycle and negate some bear market, you definitely want to reclaim all of them, right? So you take 21K and then you reclaim 23K. It's gonna be fantastic. You will open road to 25K, 27 and 30K. Market to level trading is absolutely key. So you'll be watching that as well. Okay, that's done. And for of course, we are waiting for the capitulation candle from spot hodlers and miners. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that yet. Based on on-chain data, the spot hodlers, their line in the sand is 15,000. They will start to feel really squeezed under psychologically. So under 15K, I expect some really big volatility. I would say it's very likely we will see 15K is like 96% chance, and I would say it's very high likelihood we will see 12K at least on Bitcoin. And if we get a recession and deeper recession, 10K and NK 8,000 is gonna be another targets for the Bitcoin. But 15,000 definitely to squeeze spot. Each cycle we did squeeze spot hodlers as well. We need to see them capitulate and send us further. This is still like bleedy, yeah? What we are seeing, what is happening on 1 minute time frame is same situation as we are seeing happening on big time frames. It's same, everything is fractal. If you can trade as a scalper good on 1 minute, you should understand well high time frames as well. Why we like capitulation drops? Because when you bleed down, especially in downtrend from psychology, when you do something like this, yes, a lot of people are hoping you will reverse back to their position, so they are not forced just from fear to close down. And market is showing you genuine selling pressure. This is very healthy structure, yes. And how you end this structure? There are only two options. You do capitulation fall when you destroy everybody. They will sell in fear. They will get liquidated and so on. Or you will start do curving, yeah, bottoming out and curving. Sometimes we are seeing this especially in these conditions for the past few weeks because market has low liquidity and volume. So you just curve up, yeah. But this is better. This is always better for, to clear everybody from the market and then pump it. Okay, let's delete. Plus, if you break with such a violence and you create a capitulation candle, you will force out a lot of big players out of the Sailor. Probably will have some problems. As we said, Genesis, yeah, and other funds, they also have liquidation thresholds below 14,000. 12,000 is very big liquidation threshold. 10,000 as well. So that's gonna be nice to see, to destroy these people. Okay, let's go over here. I want to check if I didn't miss anything. Oh, this is also nice because, Peter Schiff is such a troll, he's saying like, oh, gold is the best investment compared to Bitcoin. Well, it's not. This is the Peter Schiff Slayer chart. It's showing you how Bitcoin performs. So here is the $1 invested in gold, this line, $1 invested in Bitcoin. And you can see the massive difference. The gap is closing a bit, but still long-term Bitcoin will outperform most of the assets in the world. And now we are seeing Bitcoin long and short-term hodlers in loss. Look at this. We are seeing new record highs. This is important metric because it's a heightening chance of them capitulating. Yeah, look at them. It's rising. So we need that capitulation drop over here. So yeah, we just need break 15K and some nice spark can happen. Also, technically, 15K is a region where you have no support. 15,000 to 14,000, there is no technical support, so you can slice through it like butter, yeah. And you are watching big time frames. So we feel a lot of inefficiencies on the market on the big time frame, but we still have some work to do, especially over here. So you will watch fair value gaps on the on these big time frames, weekly and monthly. I think this is the most important thing to feel for me on the downside, and we are adding at 12,000. Yeah, so because we will finish all inefficiencies pushing and creating a bull market breakout. Also in the group, if you remember, I was warning you over here at 30,000 when we break this time. I expect 16,000. You can find this prediction. I think I was doing a video about it, but that's how technical analysis can be helpful to us, because this time we were really defensive. Yeah, so 32, 33 short for me was really great to protect my equity here. And we predicted we will close this inefficiency. Same thing you see on a 1 minute time frame is happening on 1 week, which is just too easy. Okay, let's go further. Okay, altcoins, I'm interesting in the future of the bull market. So definitely Bitcoin is not altcoin, but it's here. So Bitcoin is gonna always be the biggest portion of my portfolio. It's not gonna be other way around, even in bull market. Second after Bitcoin is Ethereum. Ethereum still has big potential to getting like second market cap position, like the second biggest position in market cap. So Ethereum is number 2 for me. Then I will be watching what's gonna be the miner's favorite coin in the future bull market. It is possible it's gonna be Ethereum Classic, but we will see. I also like Atom. Atom is really nice, big community there, a lot of benefits. You should watch and study Atom. Why? Algorand, also really nice. Recently Spain government Spain or Italy government picked up Algorand as their favorite cryptocurrency chain for their database. So I like this. We want to see governments using crypto and utilize it more. So this is showing you Algorand has some nice potential. Arviv, I think this is the you save data here, unlimited data with Arviv on the blockchain. I like it as well. And this is the DeFi. If DeFi will be powerful again in the next bull market, you want to definitely have this one. And Litecoin. Litecoin was classified as same as Bitcoin. Is not a security, but it's commodity. I want to have some Litecoin. It's gonna act probably in the future same as silver to gold. So when Bitcoin, so they will be pretty like you will not see such a crazy gains as if you hold some altcoins, but Litecoin and Bitcoin can go nicely together. Really nice. And Litecoin maybe is gonna be popular choice in other countries to use as a form of payment. This one we already discussed. Post halving option. Options we discussed at the beginning of the stream. Let me check if I have some supporting things I missed here. I think we went over this very nicely. So make sure to watch this and read this. It's going to be important. One more thing. I also watch, for my stock market portfolios, I watch Warren Buffett, what he's doing. He is outperforming market since he's trading. He's doing like 20% a year. And what he's actually doing, he's actually buying. He doesn't care if there's a recession coming or not. You see what he bought recently. You better watch what he's doing, because he's like he's got 6 cents on market. And he explains this, he doesn't care if the recession is coming or not. Some stocks are on discount, and you better put them into your portfolio for the long term, right? Not for trade. I don't trade stocks. I just build long term portfolios. And look what he's buying. He's buying cyclical things. Yes, a lot of energy here, semiconductors. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And so 2023 in our group, we will focus on Bitcoin a lot, but I will give attention more to stock market as well. This is the second most consuming energy I give after trading Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you will see me posting more stuff about it, because trading is fantastic, but when you make good money from trading, you better build passive incomes from another traditional sectors, which is dividends and growth stocks, and of course a balanced portfolio with some value stocks as well. So I'm watching that as well. I did well this year, but also this was not easy year to hide money and to like protect purchasing power of your money. Most of the stuff lost value. Only some energy things, you know. So I didn't lose as much. Some things performed really well, but it was still, I think, in loss overall. It was super hard year to. You needed to own some house because housing was rising on most of the world. It was really hard year to hide money. Yes. Okay. Any question, guys, about because I was spitting a lot of info. Okay, so I think we went over all of these topics pretty fast, and maybe we can have a look on Bitcoin a bit technically. What we can expect just from technical analysis on the Bitcoin. Let me recheck if I went over everything. Yes, I did. This was done. Okay, we need I can close this. So we went over total market cap. Bitcoin dominance, we'll be watching for the upside. Definitely want to see it going up. And now let's open. We need to open our long-term Bitstamp chart as well if you want to do proper supports for the downside. We will turn off this. Yep. Bitstamp here. Bitstamp is over here. Yes, daily time frame. Yes, and yeah, you need to combine it because we don't have history from previous. And Bybit perpetuals, I'm doing charting, but it is possible I will switch to a tether pair. I'm not sure when. So far, there are no big differences between charting Bitcoin on perpetual and on tether. Especially to the downside, actually you have advantage. These levels act better. All of them you formed from these points, because perpetual pair on Bitcoin had a massive volume compared to tether here. So these levels down to the downside are better, but the more we are trading in this range here and moving up, it's important to see some tether. So I will be doing like dual charting as well. And when I do I just want to do like naked dailies, point of controls and so on. Oftentimes you see front runs from exchanges. But I trade on perpetual as well because I want to accumulate Bitcoin, yeah. But other main trading account is Tether, the second biggest. Because of like it happened like 10 times already this past month or past 2 months when Tether hit key levels and perpetual did not on Bybit, or other way around. So you better know. Tether has like 5-6 times more volume, so we need to pay attention to that. So we definitely want to close these inefficiencies. That's gonna be the final step for the Bitcoin. You have some inefficiencies here as well, but this is the most important ones. A lot of people wait actually for 10k on Bitcoin. I expect we will front run 10k and we will stop like 10,700 and then do massive bounce. And maybe later when we take out that low, you can finally take out people under 10k. But yeah, a lot of people wait. We will see. By the way, on order book we still have let me check here. This needs refresh. $12,000. And we need to go to spot market. This is really interesting. The wall is still there. Some massive interest at 12,000 just from order books. Like, this is huge. It's gonna be interesting to try this if people front run it, or we, take it out, take the wall fully within the panic and then push up. But the big area of interest, 12,000 from order books as well. And of course, 10,000 is on other exchanges as well. So let's go over stuff. Yeah, it's fine. We have so many good levels and supports on the way to the downside. It's gonna be fun trading it. Long-term market structures, daily time frame. I will be just doing a long-term analysis. Yes, so this is your big cheat sheet. If you have this from me, you know what to expect. Every single market structure I made here gave a support or range or bounce on first touch, and I expect same way to the downside. This 12k zone, you see, it's very important. Big market structure is building even from here, from 12,500 to 11,800. Should see some nice stabilization over here. And the like super big, like the biggest market structure you can get on the way to the downside is this market structure here. Huge history of it. A lot of flipping from resistance to support and other way around. So 10,500 to 9,800, massive market structure area. You'll be trading each, but you just need to be aware in case you slice over everything in some capitulation candle that this is big zone for you. And same way, you will let me push this one over here. These market structures are more focused from previous history as well. And you can see the Bitstamp is also aligning with our Bybit ones. So we will combine them together. Also at 11,800 we have a very big high volume node from the big range, over 1 month range. Yeah, so this range, if you feel all this inefficiency, I expect some nice range here for a few weeks or for a few months. Beautiful range here. It's same, like here. You see how many times this range supported us here, so we can expect some same situation over here. Nice accumulation. And just under 8k, 10k when you stop out people, you have the main high volume node of this range. You need to know all about these zones. They will be your key regions for these spot buys, for long-term buying as well. I have a lot of limits scattered in these areas. In these areas, I have only very limited limits, only when I'm trading here, and then I have alerts here, especially below 15k. I want to trade it live. I don't want to see. I don't want to have in the inefficiency zone some limits. But here in this area, I definitely have on spot market as well. I can't say the exact number because you front run me, but you are seeing, yeah, you are seeing what is powerful here. Market is pretty thin, so front runs happen. Our anchor view upstanding, slowly pushing up. We'll be watching this one. It's still around 15,000. If we protect 15,000 or not, it's possible we will do swing failure pattern and protect 15k and return back to the range, but we will see. It's pretty bold prediction. We know below 50k people will panic, so we will need to watch that live. And these anchor views are still showing us ultimate support for the Bitcoin. They have a huge history from previous cycle highs and previous cycle lows, and they are your ultimate support. Especially this one, it's currently at 8,800. I think we held it each time from since the inception when it was formed. Look at this. Yeah, this was the cycle. I was mining Bitcoin here. This was my first interaction with Bitcoins. I bought 5 graphic cards and I was mining Bitcoin here. I enjoyed the pump. I sold Bitcoin at 800, and then we had this capitulation from Mount Gox collapse and other stuff. But we have anchor view up from here. I know, and this is showing you where is the true value of Bitcoin for your long-term buying, if you ever get there. Yeah. Remember, Bitcoin do one special thing. When most people expect Bitcoin to bottom out there, usually never happens. I remember all these bottoms, and most people were wrong. They were expecting lower. Even here and here, people are expecting we get 2k Bitcoin and 1,500 of the Bitcoin, and it never happened. All these people were left behind. I know it because I have a lot of friends who never bought Bitcoin because of this. I say, oh, we go down another 50%. That's why it's so stupid, to wait on exact level if you are trying to hodl, especially if you are not good trader, because you can miss the boat. And that's why you do dollar cost averaging. I did mine. I think over now I have like 30% capital in Bitcoin already. Like I bought it around 21 and 15,000. So my average is like 17,000 at the moment on Bitcoin, 17,500. And I have more. As more you go down, the more capital you should be employing to average in when you finally see the proper structures. So another big region for me is definitely gonna be this 8,800 for the long-term hodls. Oh, this is also nice. We'll be watching. At the moment is at 12k as well, this pitchfork. And this pitchfork is with us since, again, 2014 lows, when the bull market made, when this bear market made low. And I will be definitely watching that. The first retest, first big retest. And if you get like super deep recession and Bitcoin goes below 8,000, and nobody wants to see Bitcoin at 4,000, but in case it happens, anything is possible with market, of course. Then we have naked yearly at 3,700. That's fantastic, like opportunity, but it's gonna be painful, like you destroyed too much people, but it's there, yeah. That's Max Payne scenario to like destroy everybody. If stock market drops like 50% and so on, what will Bitcoin do? It's possible. Anything's possible. Yeah, we will soon close the year, so I'm really curious what levels we get. So when we close the new year, you need to mark your VAC of that previous year, val of the previous year, the point of control. You will get some naked yearly, very likely. Let's have a look. Yes. So our naked yearly will be at 46. Very nice. Pretty crazy candle. And just below 14,000 we will be watching also the 13,800 market structure yearly. It was perfect market structure support flip to market structure resistance flip to support. We'll be watching that. I think we've traded most of the Fibonacci's, the biggest pulls, yes, we had from the lows, and now we are left with 0.88. They are from 11,600 to 11k. This is the last from the big pulls. And do we have something here on Bitstamp? I think we have something on Bitstamp as well from a lower pool. Yes, because if there is a pool here. Yes, 2014 low. There is Fibonacci pool there as well. And we are very close to 0.86. The market is definitely watching that pool. You see the golden zone push here, and 0.5. I think there was also push. Yes, it's like zone lag, yeah, because this is massive multiple year pool. So you can't. This is not like for scalping, yeah. It's for swing trades. and even now we are getting small front run. Okay. And of course, important part of our trading will be, and all these shorts building up. We had massive shorts building up. We want to see their targets hit. So for me, that's gonna be also very important, along with high volume nodes and market structures and value areas. All this is super important, but you always want to have shorts on your side, so you will be watching large extension targets. And these are number ones for me. We'll show you only the long-term ones. This is our previous 5-month range, and we still watch massive targets to the downside. 1.5 reacting beautifully, and 1-to-1 extension still waiting at 13,427. This first big pull you are watching. Then you are watching this one. What's that pull? Oh, that's our big range from 33 to 48,000. Next target, again, you see it's overlining with this range target as well at 13,767. It's possible we will get at least some day trades from there. A small range is over here, so it's possible when you feel inefficiencies from between 15 to 14k. And then we have another massive target just below 10k, 2.5 here, 9,940. And one more targets from this range here. So it was a bit shorter, but still important. And 2-to-1 extension is around 11,000, just below the 11,000. So those are 3 main pools, and also you have the same way as I was trading gun ratios to the upside. Same way we are watching them to the downside. From this break here, yeah, because this is your start of the pool for gun ratios. These are also, it's part of the extension pools I was showing you before. This is the main, this is the biggest pool you can get in current. This is the current bear market pool, and 1.5 is here as a big target as well. Why it's so important? Just want to check if I have the old gun I was using for the bull market, because it gave me so many targets to the upside, so many nice technical targets. But I don't think if I have it here, maybe here, maybe over here. Yes, it is over here. Let me show you. It's same extensions we use, but it's the most aggressive divider. Yeah, you use 0.125, but just major bull market and bear market pools. Let's have a look on big time frame. Uh, 1 week time frame. Yeah. Yes. So yeah. It's especially nice when you are doing bull market and you have uncharted territory. The price action was never there, so the only way to do that is to use extensions. They are one of the tools you can use to if you would be watching these on smaller time frames, then you would see some crazy reactions. Look at the white lines, yeah, pretty main ones. And now you did same way, just reversing to the downside. Yes, and okay, let's go further. Let's go in the order, because I was jumping a bit. So let's go to market structures, long terms we went over. And one more thing we need to be aware of is our 2021 VA. Oh, that's this one. And we need 2020. That's our range, and we are fighting. We are a bit fighting to not enter into that range. Showing a bit differently because it's 1 week time frame. So when you start accepting again, you can expect like rotation of this yearly 2022 range, and you know this is gonna be our important area, just below 10k as well. And 2020 naked epoch is around 9,000. We have a lot of levels there. So I show you some nice areas, and from day trading I can have a few words about what is happening at the moment, but it's not so exciting. Plus what we are doing right now, I don't even consider a proper price action. This is for me like a weekend price action because markets are not open much. Most big traders are outside, not trading. We are missing key volume from institutional players, so I will be marking this zone as a not as a weekend, but I will mark it for myself. It's not so much, not real, yeah. What you are pushing, that's why we are arranging anyway. So if you even if you did some nice push here, it can be faded so easy. This is no volume. And market is showing us. Now let me. Yes. Market is showing us another. We said actually as we are dropping down here, we said 16,800 is gonna be key region and key level. There are many reasons for that. We have important market structure daily here. Then we have the this was like big low here, 16,800 as we started falling from FTX. Plus it's a VAG of the range, yes. So just was showing you. $16,800, yeah. So VAG of the 2020 range, big level, and that's why you're seeing a lot of volume here as well. Look at this. This is now big high volume node. This is gonna be important level to reclaim, or if you trade below or reclaim, it's gonna be sign of strength or sign of weakness. Market is showing you why. We had another bounce. I need to do some charting. I was not charting for the past week because it was nothing was happening. Order blocks, we had this push from the order block, yeah, over here. For our order blocks, win rate is now from 87% to 88% because past 3-4 order blocks gave us big trades. It's rising. We still have rest of the body. It's very strong order block. So as we lose this low, these lows, I'm watching. Let me show you. Of course, we are watching liquidity. So this is one, let me show you. So 1 month, first you will check 7-day liquidity on Binance. Refresh this. 50-minute time frame. So since 19th of December, since we started this Christmas range, people are longing here. I would not say heavily, but they are still longing. The funding rate is positive, while spot is selling and dumping on their heads. The spread between spot and perpetuals is rising, so you can actually close it with another move down. There are some absorptions on spot as well, but longs are vulnerable. Like longs can be easily squeezed and to the upside, yeah, that's what I want to say. And liquidity wise, you are seeing a fantastic node at 16,000, ending at 16,200 from 7-day liquidity, and from 1 month liquidity we are seeing node, because this is more important. We have medium liquidity ending at 16,100. So this is what you watch as well. So I would say a nice move to 16,200 to 16,100 is already what I will be interested to trade for the downside. We are building also big liquidity below yearly lows, so be aware of that. And as we go down, it's possible we get nice scalp from naked daily. It's pretty good one. But if you don't hold naked daily here, you will very likely go and fill that low volume node. But you can still bounce because we have 1,700 bitcoins trapped on Bybit Tedra. Yes, so you can fill low volume node and bounce. We will be watching that. If you don't do that, you can do and go for medium swing failure pattern here into our naked daily. This naked daily was traded only on Tether pair, so it's untraded on Binance, it's untraded on the rest of the exchanges. Fantastic, so there is a lot of juice in it. And you have more liquidity here. You see I moved the trade area here. I have it here, but we are already bouncing from this, so I moved it over here for me. So this is area I definitely...
Hey, CV.
Yes, hello.
Just a quick question. So you have naked daily. Wait, go back to your chart.
Yep.
You have naked daily at 16.2, but then there's also another one. It says N daily 16.4. What's the difference between those two?
Yes. I will now stop the live stream. I mean, not live stream. I will stop recording for the YouTube and I will explain. So YouTube guys, thank you for watching, and if you want to see and learn more stuff in our group, you can join us. Okay, so I will stop recording this.